Okay. Welcome back to Public Finance L6. In this video, I want to look at the question paper of November 2024. And we are going to look at the first question on that question paper, that is our question one. So moving on to our question one, it reads various options are given as possible answers to the following questions. Then I choose the answer and write only the letter A to D next to the question number. So we are given our multiple choice section from 1 to 10. So on the first question, the government budgets must distinguish between. We are given different options there. We see that the correct option that we have is A, which is current and capital expenditure. And I remember our capital expenditures, these are expenditures on capital items or fixed assets such as land, buildings, roads, equipment, etc. And then if you look at current now, current expenditure, we are saying these are daily operating expenses, or those expenses usually incurred in the conduct of normal state operations. For example, we have wages and salaries. We also have administration costs, and then purchase of goods and services are part of that. So that is the explanation that we have in terms of current and capital expenditure. Then I'm moving on to our second question, which is question two. A budget of a department can be regarded as A or N. We're given different options there, but I would say that according to our responses that we have there, you'd see that all the responses that we have there are part of a budget in terms of a financial plan, a policy statement, an operational plan. As it says all the above. Moving on to 1.1.3, it reads levies on imported products are dash levies. So we have got income, consumption, value added, and then transfer. So we see that the correct that we have there is consumption levies. So we can indicate our B as the correct answer. So we go to 1.1.4. Absence of the quid pro quo principle refers to. Remember, quid pro quo is something for something. So we have B as the correct response. 1.1.5, meaning mining rights and licenses of various kinds are classified under. We've got user charges, consumer tariffs, nominal levies, import duty. So the correct response that we have there is a nominal levy. So we have nominal levies at C. Moving on to the next question, the budget is a financial statement of income and revenue. For A, you see that a budget usually is prepared for an average of one year. So we have 1 year as the correct response, which is A. So this is what we have on our question 6. So on our question 7, import duty may serve important functions, for example, to discourage importation of goods. Is correct. If you look at stock dumping, it also is, but add value, you see that add value is not correct. So we have A and B as mentioned on D. So we have on D as correct response. Then excess duty is a dash. We've got tax on petrol, SIM tax, luxury tax, and then D we've got A, B, C. So you see that all these are excess duty. So we have A, B, C, D. So D is correct response. Then look at 1.1.9. The government of the day might decide to use fiscal policy to stimulate economic growth. It can be achieved through. So according to response given, you see that it can be achieved through incentives. So we have A as the correct response. Remember, incentives may come as tax incentives, whereby it's an aspect of a government policy in terms of taxation policy designed to encourage economic activity by reduction of tax payments. So we have reduction of tax payments. It will also have removal of tax payments on certain transactions. So basically, that's our incentives, particularly defined in the aspect of tax incentive. So going on to number 10, it reads Dash is responsible for the bulk of state revenue. You'd see that the correct response is personal income tax. Personal income tax is responsible for the bulk of state revenue. So we can just indicate our D. So remember, income tax on its own constitutes the bulk of state revenue, which is if we combine corporate income tax and personal income tax. But if you compare between corporate income tax and personal income tax, you see that personal income tax is more bulkier as compared to corporate income tax. So basically, this is what we have on the multiple choice section. So moving on to the next part, which is 1.2, which reads indicate whether the following statements are true or false by writing only true or false next to the question number. First question 1.2.1, taxes are recovered on behalf of the government by SARS, which is South African Revenue Services, and we know that that is what transpires is SARS act as a parastatal whereby it acts on behalf of the government. So that makes our statement true. So we have true of a voluntary or optional nature. But you see that this is not true as taxation is not optional. Everyone is obliged to pay tax, and it's compulsory. So you're saying false. Then moving on to 1.2.3, donation taxation aims to protect other tax sources such as estate duty and income tax. So 1.2.3, you see that this is true. Source of income for the government. So remember, carbon tax is corporate. It's also corporate tax. And we are saying the most important is personal income tax, not carbon tax, which is corporate tax. So obviously, these are. Moving on to the next question, it reads that transfer taxation may be regarded as a tax on the riches of the wealthier people of society as reflected by their capital assets. So this is false. An ad valorem tax, remember, an ad valorem tax, yeah, it is a tax whose amount is based on the value of a transaction, or it might be a transaction or value of a property. So, but basically, we are saying it is a tax whose amount is based on the value. So basically, you would see that now our statement reads stamp duty is not an ad valorem tax. So according to our response, it's going to be true. This is true, as we have stamp duty is not an ad valorem tax, which makes our statement true. So we have true. Then moving on to number 7, the main tool of control is the audit, which is also correct. So we have true. 1.2.8, VAT can be regarded as a consumption tax. And remember, VAT is charged on consumer goods and services, so that makes the statement true. 1.2.9, the rate of income tax is determined by legislation. So take note that legislation is just a process of enacting laws by the parliament usually. So you'd see that this is correct, as it is part of that. So we are saying true. 1.2.10, taxable income is the part of the revenue on which a taxation is based. So taxable income is the part of the revenue on which a taxation is based, which is correct. So we have true. So this is what we've guys according to this video. Let's stay tuned for more videos to come. More typical examination questions will be uploaded on this channel. So let's stay tuned, let's subscribe, let's share the video to all our colleagues who are doing public finance L6. Let's meet again in the next video.